In the event of a house fire, you want smoke detectors to go off to give you plenty of warning. But Fox 11 Investigates discovered alarming statistics that show oftentimes those smoke detectors don't sound, leaving you in danger. And Mark Leland is here this morning, and this really sounds disturbing.
It really is. These detectors hang on your walls and you expect them to work in an emergency.
Yep.
But the National Fire Protection Association found that smoke detectors operated in only 53% of homes on fire during a 4-year study. Some states have legislation that actually helps to correct the problem, but not Wisconsin. The biggest problem associated with smoke detectors not working is the battery. When the smoke alarm fails to sound, it is blamed 46% of the time on missing batteries. Another 24% of the time, the National Fire Protection Association found the batteries were there but dead. States like Florida and California have enacted a solution by updating legislation requiring more technologically advanced smoke detectors on the market in older homes. The detectors required have a built-in battery that lasts 10 years and cannot be removed from the device.
The sealed ones are great. Those are the way to go because you're right, it does cause them not to be able to take the battery out.
For most of the state of Wisconsin, the current smoke detector ordinance is decades old. But the city of Madison has actually had a tougher ordinance in place for 6 years. The year after passing the ordinance there, the city went from 5 fire deaths to 0, crediting the new alarms and enhanced awareness.
Is this something the state should be looking at doing and making it statewide?
Now, coming up tonight at 10, we're going to talk with the state legislator about making that change in legislation here in Wisconsin. We'll also tell you about a local fire department that considered a push for that safer ordinance years ago when Madison did it, but they opted not to do it. We'll tell you why, but now they say they are in favor of that statewide initiative to make it safe for everybody.
It sounds good. Is the battery the only issue?
Well, certainly, no, the battery's not the only issue. Obviously, with daylight savings time coming up, we're going to be reminded to change the batteries
every year.
In these things. But what you should also be looking at is changing the entire unit. This particular unit has a date on it of March 2nd, 2002. It's over 10 years old. This was one of the producers in the building. It was in their home. It was beeping, but the battery was fresh. It's because the device is no longer good. After 10 years, they have to be thrown out.
All right. Get rid of the ones that are old, not just the battery. Get rid of the whole device.
The whole device. You need a whole new device.
All right. And there's so many. It seems like there's so many different ones. What do you recommend?
Well, you know, I brought in a couple of the newer technology one. This is a new.
Is it really?
Yes. And this has a built-in 10-year battery.
All right.
So this is one of the new devices.
Readily available?
Readily available. You can get it at Walmart, Target, wherever. This one also, this is what the fire officials recommend. This is the 10-year.
I think that's the one we have.
Built-in battery. You can't remove it. It also has dual sensor, and that's what the key is now. That an example of newer technology. Dual sensor, ionization sensor, as well as a photoelectric sensor that detects both fast-moving flames as well as smoldering smoke. You need to detect both in case of a fire because your fire could be one or the other. And this has the 10-year sealed battery in it. Just put this up. 10 years. In 10 years, it will let you know it is dying and you need to replace the entire thing.
Is it expensive?
$15, $20 at Target.
For a 10-year safety protection.
And that's cheaper than if you were to buy batteries for this thing.
Year after year after year.
Yeah.
All right.
You'd be spending $20, $25 just on batteries.
Good stuff. And we're going to learn more tonight. Fire safety investigation tonight on Fox 11 News at 10. Thanks, Mark.
Sure.
And now it's time